Georgian cuisine without walnuts? Impossible. Here in Georgia, these nuts are the heart of sauces, spreads, and sweets. We'll show you how to pick the best walnuts and the delicious dishes you can make with them. But why is everyone here so crazy about walnuts?
I love it. I don't only use it in cooking, like at home. I just eat it like just a nut.
საქართველოს 99%-ს Nigvziani ძალიან მიყვარს.
I also like to travel and hike some places where there are walnuts in autumn, and I pick it up, and it's always pleasure to eat.
Nigvziani კერძები თითქმის ყველა მიყვარს აბსოლუტურად.
Walnuts are a true superfood. They're good for the brain, rich in vitamin E, and packed with polyunsaturated fats, which are said to protect the heart. They come in all shapes and sizes, just like these at the Deserta Bazaar, the largest market in the Georgian capital of Tbilisi. Chef Irma Lagazze also comes here to shop.
I try to repeat the recipes I remember from my childhood, which I've seen with my eyes, and I always try to repeat them, how they were doing, what they were doing, and this is very personal and intimate feeling to me.
So how do you find a good walnut?
So first of all, I'm asking for Georgian walnuts because walnuts might be imported from somewhere else, but Georgian walnuts are the best. I try it because its taste is so different. And after that, we press it between our two fingers to see if enough oils come out, you see. Grease on your fingers.
Georgian walnuts cost Irma between 7 and 10 euros per kilogram, depending on quality. Now, it's time to cook. Walnut paste is one of the most important elements of Georgian cuisine. It forms the base for many dishes, but it's prepared differently depending on the recipe. Irma starts with a classic Georgian salad. Besides walnuts, she needs cilantro, garlic, salt, and water.
I'm grinding walnuts into this funny machine, old-fashioned machine, because they provide very fluffy and airy texture, which is needed for the walnut paste. I don't recommend to use food processor or a blender or a chopper because they extract all the oils from the walnuts, and after that walnut paste becomes very sticky.
Alternatively, you can use a meat grinder or a mortar and pestle. Crush the garlic and salt and chop the cilantro.
In Georgia, we always use coriander stems because they're full of aroma.
Irma mixes the cilantro with the crushed garlic, walnuts, a splash of vinegar, and boiled water to make the walnut paste. She then adds red onions, cucumbers, tomatoes, chopped parsley, and a drizzle of oil. And the classic Georgian salad is ready. Walnut paste is also the main ingredient in Nigvziani Badrijan, a vegetarian appetizer made with eggplant. Irma combines walnuts, onion, blue fenugreek, and marigold. But you can also use a little turmeric. The paste is rolled into sautéed eggplant slices topped with pomegranate seeds.
Again, roll it. Yes. People also are fasting during the 4 times during the year, so because it's one of the oldest Orthodox countries in the world, so people started to improvise and to create some walnut dishes, some vegetarian, vegan dishes. This is how I believe bhali and other walnut dishes were created.
In the past, walnut trees were a symbol of abundance in Georgia. Now, commercial cultivation is on the rise in the country, but most walnuts are grown in China, the US, and Iran. Georgia can't meet its own demand, which at around 1 kilogram per person per year is among the highest in the world. But what if someone's allergic to walnuts?
Someone who has a walnut allergy, yes, we're lost. We're lost, yes. For example,
almonds may be an alternative, but they taste sweeter. Irma also uses walnut paste for Bazhe, a velvety sauce.
Bazhe is used mainly for roasted chicken, pan-fried chicken, which is called tabaka in Georgian. And it also goes well with vegetables like roasted cauliflower.
Georgians also use walnut paste to flavor lobyo, a hearty kidney bean stew. Whole walnuts go into the sweet treat called Czegka, Georgia's version of a Snickers, as the locals like to say. Walnuts strung on a thread and dipped in thickened grape juice. Do you cook with walnuts too? What's your favorite recipe?